Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. I have tried multiple attempts at filming a video today, and I'm having just some technical difficulties. So this time I have a really good feeling about it. I'm trying a new platform so that I can share my music with you, which I think is really nice. I filmed the whole video, and then when I replayed it, the music was really loud. So that's not going to work. So hopefully this time it's my voice mixed with some nice light music. So grab your mat and maybe some water. I always recommend a blanket, something you can kind of prop yourself up onto, and then maybe get cozy with at Shavasana time. We're going to spend about a half an hour together here. So join me. I'm going to get my music going. And yeah, let's get started. Turn some lights on. So much goes into this, I'm realizing. So I got my mat all set up. I have a nice little cushion here that I like to sit on and prop myself up onto. So get yourself nice and cozy. Wherever you can sit for just a few minutes, we're going to start off by grounding in together and really just connecting to our breath. So stack yourself up onto any sort of prop that feels good. Maybe it's that blanket kind of just folded up, or if you have a nice harder cushion, that feels nice too. And just situate your legs maybe out in front of you or cross-legged, whatever feels best. Come into the space by closing the eyes. And I always encourage leaning back just a little bit to stack the shoulders over the hips. Yeah, so no matter where the legs are, we can kind of lean into it. And then allow the shoulders to just relax and fall down the spine, releasing from maybe being in a more tensed position, up, lifted high. We allow them to roll open and down. And then place the hands where they naturally fall. We're going to keep it pretty natural today as far as not too many cues. Just want you to start tuning into your body and listening, really listening to what you need here. So as you come into your space, start to notice the breath. First of all, give yourself a just moment of recognition that you brought yourself to the mat and that you are breathing. Yeah, so how amazing is that we are able to continue our daily lives moving and flowing and working and laughing and playing and eating, and all the while the body breathes for us. So I always like to just reflect on that, take a moment of gratitude for something so simple and yet something so profound as our breath. And let's take a few deep breaths together here. Inhaling through the nose and fully letting it go. Slowing it down in through the nose and all the way out through the mouth. Good, deepen the breath. Exhale, let it release. Last one. And all the way. And if you would like to seal your lips now, in through the nose, out through the nose. Continue this breathing technique. What we call in yoga is our Ujjayi breath. And how that nourishes the body is by turning the breath to get deep down into the belly through the nostrils. So we fire up our tapas, our internal heat, that fire within. So take a nice few deep breaths into that space. And notice the calmness maybe that's soothing over the mind as you allow the day to just sort of fall away. Maybe you're really just allowing yourself to let go of any attachments, any expectations for the class. Really doing your best to keep the mind at bay. Our goal here in yoga is to let the body be nourished by the breath so that we can really just stay in this space. Bringing the right hand to the heart and the left hand to the low belly. Connecting the top with the bottom of our core. Our stomach is known to be as our second brain. And hopefully as you're learning through our classes and through all of the nutrition that you are being guided to follow, start to tune into that stomach space. What is the body calling for? How can we really start taking the steps to nourish from the inside out? And follow all the way up the core into the hand, into the beating heart. The hands are an extension of our heart. So we're connecting all the way back through. And from this space of connection, let's go ahead and set an intention here together. An intention that resonates with you deep within the heart and all the way into the gut instinct. An intention maybe to stay present, to stay mindful, to let go of judgment. Maybe this is a safe place to be sad, to let your thoughts just sort of melt away so they're not defining you in this moment. A place to feel free, nourished, supported. Choose a word that really resonates with you, or maybe it's a little sentence. I am enough. And then on your next inhale, reach the hands nice and high, gazing up towards the fingertips. Taking a side body bend over to the left, right hand reaches up and over us. Nice big rainbow arch here. Take a breath in to reach. Exhale, find a little depth. Inhale to center, both fingertips high, gaze towards the sky. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over. Really opening up the side body. We don't move this way very often, so really let it resonate, keeping that left hip rooted and reaching towards the ground. One more time each way. Inhale to center, over to the left, right side body stretches. Reach that right hip down to stay nice and even there. Inhale to center, reach high, over to the right. Good. Inhale, center, reach up. Cactus the arms, shine the heart. Let's take 3 breaths here. Just a baby back bend. Inhale. Audible breath out. Good. 2 more. Let it go. Last one. And down, the hands reach all the way to the ground. Remove the cushion from out from underneath you if it is there, and roll right onto our tabletop here. So stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Really engage those fingers, so spread them nice and wide. The big finger is pointing forward, so maybe turning the hands in so slightly. The knees are about hip distance. I like to keep the toes tucked on the back side to keep the knees protected. Inhale, shine the heart, finding cow pose, arch the spine. Exhale, round and curl, press the mat away from you, tuck the chin and really exaggerate here. Inhale, melts the heart towards the ground and then up towards the sky in a full arching motion. Exhale, round and curl, press the mat away from you, tuck the tailbone under even more. One more inhale, big breath, look forward. Exhale, round and curl. Coming back to neutral, we're going to come right into our downward facing dog. So hips high, walk the pedaling, the feet out, walking back and forth, bending one knee deeply and then the other. Oh, if this is your first down dog of the day, just notice what comes up. Since I've had the honor of filming multiple videos today, I've had some down dogs in my life, which feels so good, but it's always that first one in the practice that really I like to just settle into. Bend the knees a lot here, so we bring the belly towards the upper thigh, maybe coming up high onto the toes, pressing the mat away from you. Feel the sensation as you are able to reach the hips even higher from this posture. So a lot of the times we're super straight and rigid, so we kind of come up over the wrist and the legs are super straight. Bend them, soften them, come down with the torso towards the legs, the shoulders melt towards the mat. Yeah, and then let the head hang, sway side to side. And as you're ready, slowly walk the hands back to the feet. Yeah, so ragdoll pose here. We bring our fists in between our ankles or in between the calves. This is a nice way to measure that hip distance, and then spread the feet even more than that. So tending to have tighter hamstrings, especially lately. We're all spending a lot of time at home and maybe sitting more than we normally would. So I absolutely love this low spine release. Again, bend the legs a lot. Grab for opposite elbow from this space. And then slowly let the hips rise. So the crown of the head starts to melt and reach towards the ground. Here you allow yourself more space the more the knees are bent. So our goal in yoga is not to touch our toes. We're not here to have the best, most perfect postures. We're not here to hold handstand the longest. We're here to honor our body and the movement that it's really seeking, the nourishment that it's really longing for, and then allowing the breath to guide you. So yoga is truly about breath. Let that resonate. And take a deep breath all the way out. Good. You should feel the blood rushing to your head a little bit here. This is a nice inversion. Big breath in. Exhale, reach the fingertips down to the mat and then roll up one vertebrae at a time. Super slow, super controlled, all the way to the top. Coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Reach nice and high. Exhale, hands through heart center. Get in the habit that when the palms come through this posture, come through the middle line, we find a moment of gratitude. Yeah, so what are you grateful for? And then inhale to rise, reach nice and high. Exhale back through heart center. Let it go. Inhale, breath, get big. Exhale this time, bend the knees a lot, fold all the way forward, back to that forward fold. Halfway lift, long, flat spine. So we find this capital T in the upper body and plant the hands on the shins, or if you'd like to keep them reaching towards the ground. I like that extra support on the shins. It feels like I can really elongate the spine. And then exhale, forward, fold. Let's do two more. Inhale, halfway lift, reach. Exhale, forward, fold, last one. Reaching the crown forward, and exhale all the way down. Plant the palms, start to walk yourself all the way, spreading out on our mat, coming into high plank. Engaging that core, press through the shoulder blades. Feel free to drop to the knees, they're right there. And if you do, keep the hips nice in line so we're getting that same core strength, and feel free to come off of the knees for a little extra challenge. I know that Daphne is working us hard this week, so stay with whatever feels best. Take two more big breaths. Let it go. Last one. And if you're not there already, drop to the knees and then hinge forward. Listen up closely, lower halfway or less, and then press back up. So nice and controlled, warming up that chaturanga. So lower halfway or left, keep the elbows into the side body, press up. This time lower all the way down, slow and controlled. Untuck the toes, root the tops of the feet down so much that the knees lift off as we come into low cobra. Exhale all the air. Inhale to rise. Use the spine to lift you. Shine the heart forward. Exhale down. 2 more. Rise up. Use the strength of the spine. The hands are light. And let it go. Last one. And lower all the way. So good. Press yourself back. Child's pose. Knees nice and wide. Feel free to grab that blanket if that feels good underneath the knees. We're just here for a moment as we acknowledge this resting posture, this childlike posture where we allow the mind and the body to surrender. The forehead is connected to the mat, hopefully, or if that's a little too far to reach, maybe stack the hands together and set the forehead there. As we find a little massaging motion for the space between the brows, what we call our third eye, our seed of intuition. And they call it that because we have a little gland in the brain called the pineal gland. And this just helps to ignite that space, that clarity, that feel good, that yummy space where we can just be. Come back to center. Let's take 2 breaths. Let it go. Inhale. All the way out. Inhale to rise slowly into that tabletop. And then shift your hands and feet around, coming back into our downward facing dog. Oof, notice the difference already. Really coming through, warming up the body. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, lift our right leg high, keeping the hips nice and square. All of the toes on the right foot face the ground. You can flex the foot all the way, or point, which is pointed foot, flexed toes. I love that word. I don't know why. I think it's so funny. Bend the left knee and then reach the left heel closer towards the ground. Now take a breath in and all the way out. On this inhale, rise up high onto the ball of the left foot. Look forward, bring the right knee into the chest, and then gently step towards that right thumb. Maybe the right hand shifts the right foot forward, giving it that little assistance. Drop the back left knee as we come into our crescent moon. Inhale, breathe. Stay nice and gentle on that front line so that left hip flexor is super sensitive. We never want to stretch it. So be so gentle, coming in and out. And then as you're ready and you find that edge, find where that sensation really starts firing up, and then breathe. Let it go. We've probably lost connection to that breath through our movement, so simply come back. Over and over and over, we come back to our breath. Take 1 more. Gently bring the left hand down to the ground. Keep the right hand high, and then slowly start to come off that left leg so the left knee rises. Pressing here. Breathing in. Stay nice and gentle on that left elbow. Reach the right hand high. Big breath in. Full breath out. Bring the right hand down to the inside of the right foot, and then gently crawl your way to the long side of the mat. So we're in a nice, long, straddled forward fold, wide-legged fold, also known as Prasarita. Shift side to side. Let the head hang. If you'd like to bring a prop underneath the hands, it's a great spot for it. And then find a space of just relief, just surrender, and stillness, connection. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. All the way. Slowly rise up onto the fingertips. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, bring the hands to the sides of the room. Slowly rise all the way up. Star pose. And exhale, warrior two to the front of your mat. Right foot forward, left foot back. Shift side to side, front to back. Finding that. Once again, always looking for the center. Find that center line. And then flip the palms towards the sky. This really allows us to release those shoulders where we tend to hold a lot. That's where a lot of our tension, our neck, all of it. Bring it down. Bring it all the way down. Breathe in and let it go. Inhale, reverses our warrior. Big breath in. Right hand reaches up and above us. Inhale to reach all the way back. And exhale, let it go. Stay deep in that right leg. Challenge yourself. We're not here for very long. Take one more big breath. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, windmill the hands down. Plant the palms. Step back, high plank. Drop to the knees. We're going to do a modified chaturanga. Lower halfway or less. Untuck the toes. Inhale, up dog. Oh yeah, first up dog. Breathe it in. And then press the mat away from you. Downward facing dog. Here, breathe through. Come back to the breath. Notice what comes up as we start to find that movement. And let's move on to the other side. Inhale the left leg high. The toes point towards the ground. You can find that point. Pointed foot, flex toes, or all the way flexed, whatever feels right in the body. Our goal is to just keep those hips nice and level. Now also breathe in and let it go. Inhale to rise up high on the ball of the right foot this time. Looking forward, hug the knee into the chest on the left side, and then the left foot steps all the way through. The left thumb drops the back right knee. Anjalayasana. Rise up. Here we are, protecting that right side this time, so that right hip flexor, gently moving in and out of it. I kind of love that we don't have mirrors, so you can really just feel the body. Instead of noticing what it looks like, we're really reflecting internally. And breathe back into that space. Inhale. Let it go. One more. Exhale the right hand down on the outside of the left foot. The right toes tucked and that right knee lifts off, so we find that nice, open, stretch, revolved low lunge. Feel this on the outside of the left hip here. Breathing through. Let it go. One more. And as we release, the left hand comes inside the left foot and we crawl our way once again to that long side of the mat. So long, straddle, forward, fold. Fingertips reach down to the ground and then just start to bend deeply into each knee. So a little bit of a Skandasana type movement here. Just getting to the inside of the thigh. Kind of a tougher place to stretch, so the more often we can find that, obviously the better. And then on the opposite leg, so if we're bending the right knee, let the left toes kind of come up, reaching towards the sky. You'll notice the shift in where you're feeling the stretch. And then switch it out. Other side, knee bent, opposite foot lift. So I feel this a little bit deeper in the hamstring instead of the inside. So we just kind of play around with it. Take a few moments to organically move. Maybe the head is heavy. And we're just breathing through. Come to center line. Find that straddled forward fold. And then as you're ready, halfway lift, fingertips reach down, bend the knees a lot, reach the hands to the sides of the room, stand all the way up. Star pose into warrior two on the left side here. Yeah, so once again, shift forward to back and then flip the palms over. So notice even when we come right into our warrior, like I just immediately feel my shoulders so high, and then I allow them to surrender and lower down the back. Breathe in from here. Let it go. Next breath reverses our warrior. Right hand down, left hand up and over. Stay with it. Open that left arm. Turn the gaze wherever feels best, maybe down that right side or even up towards the sky. Here for just one more moment. Hold on to that breath and let it go. One more. And then surrender down, windmill the hands forward, step back, high plank. Feel free to come to full chaturanga, lower halfway or left, either way. Roll it open, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out and drop down into your child's pose. Surrender, maybe make a little bit of noise, sighing it out. Hopefully, as long as you don't really care, we can just make as much noise as we want, right? We're in the privacy of our own home, and there's something actually really nice about that. So energetically, if you feel like you just need to let it go, this is your space. This is your time. So stay in that child's pose for just a few more moments, breathing through it. Notice what comes up when we start to slow down. Slowly start to rise up out of your child's pose and walk the hands to the right side of the mat, lifting the left hand even on top of the right, and then press through the left hip and the left shoulder, finding that nice opening here. Breathe in. Let it go. We've done a lot of nice big side body stretches. So good for so many reasons. Slowly come back through center. Walk the hands across the mat and over to the left. Right hand stacks on top of left, and then we shift the left hand maybe outside of the mat, and then the right shoulder and the right hip start to gravitate towards the ground. Breathe in and breathe out. And come back towards center. We're going to finish off this little series with a heart opener coming into camel pose. So, great place for underneath the knees, bringing that blanket for a little extra cushion. I'm on carpet, so that helps, but if you're on wood floor, definitely find that extra cush. Bend the knees. That really protects the legs, obviously. Bend the knees, tuck the toes, and then come to center. Take a big breath in, opening wide and long. Tuck the hands in the back pocket, and gently take a breath in and deeply breathe out as you walk the eyes across the ceiling. Go to that edge. Challenge the body. Big heart opener here. So try and stay connected. Take 2 more big breaths. Last one, slowly rise up. Good, sit back onto those heels so we keep the toes tucked under. This can be pretty intense, but stick with it. It's so good for the feet. Unless you have pain, come out of it all the way. Try and stay here for just a few moments. Hands connect to the heart space by bringing the tops of the hands outward. Yeah, and the soles of the hands connect, the palms of the hands. I like to refer to them as our soles, soles of the feet and soles of the hands as they connect everything all together. Take a big breath. Let it go. 2 more. Stay with it. Your feet deserve it. They need this love. Breathe in. All the way out. Last time. Oh yeah, so good. Fold over, walk the hands down, tap the tops of the feet, and just surrender. Mermaiding the legs to one side or the other and slowly come onto the back. Hugging the knees in. Gently find that nice circle space here, massaging the low spine as we wind down our clasp. Fully breathing. So good. So much nourishment in these postures. Reach the feet high. Flex the feet like you're standing on the ceiling, legs up the wall pose. This is such a beautiful practice to have later in the day, even before bedtime. This is really good to calm the nervous system. Even just letting the legs lean up against the wall for a true legs up the wall pose so you can let the rest of the body surrender. Highly recommended for any sort of sleep routine, calming the body. Yeah, I know a lot of us struggle with sleep, especially right now. Things are just really out of the norm and our routines have changed. So starting to establish a sleep routine is so good. So healthy. We'll certainly be talking about that a lot more. Slowly bend the knees and reach for the outer feet. Hugging the knees down in towards the outsides of the torsos for happy baby. Hopefully you have enough space to sort of rock side to side. Just breathing in here. Maybe even straighten one leg. Play with straightening the other. And then as you're ready, bring the knees into the body. Soles of the feet connect down onto the earth. Press the mat away from you so we lift the hips up slightly and slide onto that right hip. So knees fall to the right. Cactus the arms or straighten them, whatever feels best. And then gaze to the left side to complete that twist. Take a few breaths. Let it go. Last one. All the way out. Let's actually do one more. This is such a healthy spine maneuver and that supine twisting. Let it all go. Beautiful. Come through center. Set the soles of the feet down. To reset the spine, we're going to do just a quick little bridge here. Shift yourself so that the fingertips just brush the backs of the heels, and then press the mat away from you as you let the hips rise. Coming into that nice bridge pose. Keep the knees at a number 11 so they're not collapsing in or flaring out. We want to try and stay centered. Breathe into this space. Let it go. Inhale to rise up onto the balls of the feet. Tuck the tailbone under and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Keep the soles of the feet connected. Walk them closer to one another. And then lift the hips once more, sliding onto that left hip this time. Both of the knees fall to the left side. Cactus the arms. We'll straighten them out. And then to complete the twist fully, gaze to the right fingertip. And breathe. I like to imagine the mid-body, the organs, the spine, like a wet rag here. So we're just really rinsing and detoxing, especially the type of week that we are developing and the habits that we are creating. New nutrition, new information, new connections. Start to just visualize detoxing those older habits that are no longer serving you. Those old ways of just our go-to, it just really doesn't feel good anymore. Slowly come back through center. Bring the hands down by the side and hug the knees into the belly. Give yourself a big hug. Find just a moment of gratitude here. There's so many things. Whatever resonates. Maybe coming back to that intention that you set at the beginning of class. Take a big breath in, squeeze everything in, and exhale all the way down into our final Shavasana. Feet nice and wide. Shoulders tuck underneath us. Palms face the sky. Chin tucks towards chest to elongate the back of the neck. And then take a few full deep breaths. Settling in. Yeah, this is where it all counts. Everything you're doing connects in this moment. So do yourself a favor and stay connected to the body. Let the thoughts pass by like floating clouds. Really relish here in this moment. This is all that matters right here. Final Shavasana. Slowly bring awareness back to the body. Wiggling the fingers and toes, gently roll the head side to side. Take a deep breath in, reach the hands up over the head. Stretch like you just woke up and exhale, let it go. And gently roll to the right side, using the arm as a pillow for your fetal position. Allowing this posture to symbolize your ability to begin again. New, fresh start. Slowly rise up. Press yourself into a comfortable seat. Feel free to keep the eyes closed and really stay tuned into the body. Connect the hands together at the heart space, the soles of the hands. Tuck the chin, connecting head to heart. Again, finding a moment of gratitude. I feel like I can't say that enough. It is so important in our lives, even for the smallest, most simplest things. Gratitude will give you just a new perspective. It shifts all of the energy in the body. It really does wonders. Take a big breath in. Audible breath out. Thank you so much for joining me, for committing to yourself, committing to your life, your health, your body, your mind, your family, all of it. It all matters. Bring the hands to third eye center as we bow to Mother Earth and all of her gifts. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope that this one works. I really hope that I get to share this with you today. And I just remembered that it's a full moon. So if you want to maybe journal about that tonight, just kind of journal how you're feeling. I might even post a little bit about it into our group message. The energy is big. This is a big one. This is a lot of transformation, a lot of surrender to the new. And this feels so appropriate for what we're doing right now. So enjoy your evening, and we'll see you soon. Namaste.